mainly because of their lineup. I felt like it was their comfort zone, but it seemed like MVP Revolution just took those timings where they're strong at and took advantage of that and took the game mainly off the deaf bowling TV strat.
But I think we can also agree that Puber and Zayak, they had some really good individual plays. I mean, we talked about the Trian planting trees here and there, getting the bashes in. I mean, what about Puber? I think you said something about that TB block. What do you do again?
Oh, just later on when the Stark was trying to solo kill him at top after utilizing the pounds, he manually used the illusion to block the axe, attempting to get a call on him. So it was pretty sick play, just preventing the axe to actually get close to him while he was pounced by the Slark.
And of course, we can't discredit TNC. Raven having an amazing safe lane. It just wasn't enough, it seems. And the Lina pick really hurt them, especially since they couldn't scale towards the late game. Actually, one thing to also bring up, Revolution didn't exactly get like those super huge RPs.
Yeah, they didn't. They just really have so much damage. I think that was the main reason to why they could generally like team wipe in fights. A lot of the time, either MVP Revolution got a team wipe or TNC got a team wipe, but the team wipes that Revolution got was a lot easier to execute because mainly they just have to really just drop their spells and right click. And if they don't kill the Terrorblade in time within the Axe Call with the Blade Mail, he gets the Sunder off and the fight straight away is turned around. And later on towards the game, they also have the Invoker to worry about off, and they have a Disruptor with Aghanims, a Tree with Aghanims. How do you deal with all that?
And it's not like TNC, despite stepping things up with I believe the first 15 to 20 minutes, they were actually matching Revolution, but it just happened after that one fight near the shrine where they just basically got team wiped, wasted their Aegis, and things just went to the dogs for TNC. So this game, it's no surprise that they ban out the Magnus this time. They see that it's really key at helping the core scale. But once again, the Meeple first ban.
Yeah, they must have a player who plays it, and TNC must respect that. Tree was not banned. Obviously, MVP Revolution took their chance and grabbed it straight away. Magnus, however, was banned by TNC, so they don't want to verse an offlane mag. And Legion was taken. Legion is a pretty good hero against Slaughter and Darkseer in general because he's one of those heroes that kind of can get rid of stuns and amplify, and his Q is really good against Darkseer wall because the more illusion it creates, the more damage you'll do your Q from Legion. So there's a lot of counter going on from the Legion pick against these two picks by TNC. However, Slaughter will be a 4 position and he's going to be mainly roaming. Obviously, he is better at roaming than Tree is because he's more mobile early game. He does get detected easier, but he has more kill potential in general. So we'll see how much the Slaughter can do from here on out. He does have the shell as well. So
Yeah, that's true. I mean, you could sprint, and I believe if you get the wind lace up with the boots, you can be extremely quick. And with the iron shell, not to mention even surge as well. So I mean, it's no surprise again. TNT, they're just taking out heroes in game 1. The Invoker, the Terrorblade, especially the Terrorblade. Like, even without Empower or Alacrity, he still does a ton of damage against towers early on with the Metamorphosis. So TNT, what do you think about the Pulse 5 though? They're lacking something for that. And I know you said Disruptor is not really a good Pulse 5, but Disruptor with Slaughter seems like a pretty good, easy to execute combo.
yeah, it's got great synergies here as well. With the Darkseid, they can also vacuum into the Disruptor ulti here. However, it's a little greedy in terms that they kind of need their own items. Disruptor not as much as levels. Disruptor definitely needs levels as more than gold. But I don't believe TNC will pick Disruptor, even if it is like a pick that could kind of mesh well in their draft. They'll pick a less farm-orientated hero for the position 5. I believe CM was his hero in most games. I believe TNC generally prioritizes Crystal Maiden, but they went for the Slaughter Darkseer approach here, and CM being banned in the second phase, so they need to replace the CM with something that's kind of similar now. It could be a Vengeful Spirit, it could be a Rubik even here.
I mean, both are great
Again,
picks.
Disruptor.
Yeah, I was thinking
okay
Venge as well, especially with the negative, but it looks like they go back to the Disruptor, Glimpse into a Crush. Hard to go wrong with that. But the Troll Wallet pick though, I think a bit early on, someone did tweet saying that Puber does actually play a lot of Troll. So in a sense, this could be like a bit of a deny pick.
Yeah, potentially here. They haven't really revealed their cause. Oh, there's one now. Juggernaut against Troll, though. I mean, generally Troll is quite a good hero against Juggernaut, mainly because you can actually withstand the Omni Slash and you can just man fight him in a sense. But Juggernaut was the take here. I guess mainly because he's one of those heroes that can kind of stand in the lane against Darkseid without much help, and they already have tree armor. Well, tree armor doesn't help that much, but in a sense, after he kills the creeps, he can just get tree armor and go back into the Darkseid shell creeps again. So,
I just thought about something as well. What if TNC decide to run the troll mid? I mean, we saw Anna play the troll mid at the major, so they could decide to run something like that. And this way, you could also give Raven like another hero. You could give him I don't know Drow. It seems weird, but it wouldn't be that bad, would it?
TNC does have the last pick, so they could. Drow is an okay here right now. It does have quite good synergies with overall lineup here. They have a lot of team fight, they have a lot of pushing capabilities, their scaling is quite decent. He can go into Manta to get rid of like the roots, and the slash can be less as a nuisance than he would normally be. So yeah, it's actually not a bad pick here. Drow hasn't really been seen that much though in general. I think only a very select few teams pick it these days. But yeah, I believe they could do it as long as they see that the Trolls matchup in middle is decent enough to put it middle. Because right now they have last pick, they can decide where to put the Troll, depending on the MVP Revolution's pick right now.
Or actually, wait, Lifestealer is still available as well. Raven could go for that. It's a very safe pick. With the Slaughter, I mean, that's always a classic right there. So they could also opt for that. But MVP actually, no, it looks like they will take out the OD instead.
Interesting. Well, Nakes in general is quite a good hero against OD, so not too sure what they're thinking here. Nakes, however, is not that great against Tree or Legion because both their ultis can go through Rage, and since he's melee as well, it doesn't help against Tree because you just kind of get kited a little bit. But it does have great synergies with their own heroes.
They go for Coddle. That's a really greedy pick.
So it seems to be Alina middle and Jug safe lane carry. Coddle Legion off lane, and maybe they'll just ditch the Juggernaut. Either that, or they might do a lane swap as well to avoid the Darkseer plus Slider lane. Nice pick from TNC here now.
But either ways, regardless of how the lanes are, MVP Revolution have good enough picks to contest the enemy lane, like you said. But okay, they go back for the puck, so they do foresee that you need some extra burst. The silence would be great against the Jug until he gets Manta style. Might be good enough for even squishy heroes like the Coddle. But Lina Puck Min, so who really has the edge here between these two players?
I believe the Puck actually can do very well because he's one of those heroes that can avoid the Dragon Slay, and at the same time he has good damage, so he can contest the Lina's CS here. And obviously, towards the later stages of the game, you have a lot of synergies as well. You can keep them in the call for the troll to hit. You can combo it with the Disruptor, you can combo it with the Darkseer, and you can even just roam with one other hero to get a secured kill here. So it seems like TNC will be playing the more aggressive approach once again, coming from the laning phase. They do have a Legion Coddle, but even then, I feel like TNC's early game is slightly stronger. I just feel a little awkward about this Disruptor. It's going to be very hard for him to lane. You have already a Legion Coddle lane that Disruptor cannot really contest. And let's say you put him in the off lane, then you have like a Darkseer Disruptor, which is also not good. So that's the only lane I'm a little worried about TNC, is where does the Disruptor go from here if they contest their safe lane?
Well, we'll just have to see, and doesn't look like MVP will have that triple Arcana strat. They only have the Arcana into the Jug. So, oh well,
Oh, they lost then.
Yeah.
We lost, boys.
Isn't it that little... I can't remember who was on Reddit. There was this theory saying that this game is slowly becoming pay to win just because you get better cosmetics to lower the FPS on your enemy team.
Nice.
Dude, have you not seen Crystal Maiden with all the, the two
models,
the two
Crystal
TI
Maiden,
models, the
definitely.
Arcana?
The Frostbite one now as well. The little snowflakes kind of effect going on when he frostbites. That's sick. But again, yeah, the FPS, what a strategy, man.
I mean, we still have that in Singapore sometimes. I think there are these like lands, these very tiny lands, local tournaments where you basically pick like what, Tinker and a Monkey King, you cast all your spells, bam, instant crash. That's how you win, man. That's the new strat. So, but okay, I mean, serious talk now between these two teams. MVP, obviously they're looking really strong, but we're hoping for a game 3, aren't we? Or are you hoping for a 2-0?
Oh, well, I don't really mind either way. I just want some good games, and I believe these two teams together can really provide it. And yeah, it seems like Coddle's not going to the offlane this game. He's just going to be babysitting the Juggernaut early game. Maybe he might help blast the wave a little bit, or even like provide chakra so his spells aren't as long CD as they normally would be, so that he can withstand the lane a lot easier. But in the meanwhile, looks like Tree is going to be playing in the bottom lane again, and maybe just roam a little bit like last game.
He's also going to be blocking out the hard camp, so it makes pulling a bit tricky for Ryo. But you know, he has his own sentry.
Darkseer's got an Iron Talon here. Looks like he's not starting in the lane. They're not doing the dual lane Darkseer and Slider.
Oh,
seems like Darkseer will be getting level 3 early, and Slider will be playing in the offlane at the start.
I mean, this is good, right? You need level 2 into the Slaughter. This way, it's easy for you to get. You talked about how he has slightly higher kill potential compared to a Treant. This is one way.
And Tree gets a snipe.
Oh.
Zayak Dota, the master of Tree.
I am Groot. He's like, Sam H, you sure? Are you sure?
And he gets the creep as well. What's going
creep.
on?
No. This is a disaster.
You're getting a little bit over your head, mates. Diving that tower.
I mean, he can just stay here, wait for the Darkseer, and wherever the Darkseer goes, just be a constant pain in his ass.
But it seems like at least this time, the Disruptor Troll will be uncontested. The Legion left the lane. He's starting in the jungle as well. They're both the offlane heroes are just jungling, while the supports are just either moving or covering the lanes themselves. And Tree in the middle lane once again.
Can he get Cuckoo?
He doesn't have an Iron Branch though. Maybe if he
time.
has an Iron Branch he can, but not like this.
I like how Cuckoo is just staying as close as he can to the right side. But no, he's taking quite a fair bit of damage. Looks like they'll go in and bash Cuckoo. Nope. Or
Cuckoo's in
back
trouble.
To the map, but oh, hold on, uphill miss Cuckoo. Where are you running? 5 seconds more, looking for the deny. Oh!
Nice. Achieved.
MVP Revolution will be cursing away for that one, pretty sure. Now Tim's having a bit of fun, trying to steal that bounty. Yep, he does get it from Blizzy. Oh, Crush. He can actually get a solo kill here if he keeps on going. He has the sprint and the boots. Stun in 2, 1, bang!
And
Easy first blood going to Tim's.
I just love how that Juggernaut does not give one damn about him. He's just like, yeah, nah, I'll just hit some creeps.
Dude,
screw you, Coddle.
He's embracing the Southeast Asian culture, man. So supports, please don't feed. And now he's gonna go for the spin into Tim's. Might be enough here for the kill, Tim's. Oh, he's gonna get out with 40 HP. Now, if he had phase boots, that would be different. But that's still, you know, very close shave. Meanwhile, in the jungle, Zayak almost killing off Sam H, and he's just gonna kill off these tiny golems. Get a tiny bit of gold. Soaring almost, well, he has the recipe at least into the darks here. He was so afraid of dying, he just bought everything up.
He's been able to steal the runes as well, the bounty runes, the trend protector. So he's actually still keeping up on levels, even though he hasn't really like covered a lane at all since the very beginning of the game. Now Disruptor finally found that wood, and he's going to start pulling again. That's a nice sentry. I love when people do that sentry there to get rid of the small camp. It seems like you're blocking it, but you're not, and you can get like cover all of the wood blocks there with that sentry alone.
Ooh, I just realized it's actually borderline right outside, so that's really close. But you know, I'm learning new things every day. So we talked about the mid. We haven't talked about it too much at least. But Cuckoo, they're trying for him one more time. Look if the light strike array does connect. Now they need the bash, but unfortunately no tree. So Leech Seed, one more Dragon Slave, easy kill here for Cat. Top lane
Legion
again.
not contesting the lane still.
So free farm for a troll, but then again we've seen trolls, even though they get free lane, a free lane, it still usually isn't enough. We've seen this as well back in game 1. Raven had 2 solo kills in the lane. He was twice the level of Napoleon, but in the end it still wasn't enough. Oh, they
Teams
almost
managed to get it.
Fuck, stealing the haste rune. So,
Seems like Juggernaut and the Troll just consistently farming without any cause of trouble here. Now Legion finally covering the lane, mainly because the lane is being pushed towards him. And seems like either the slider or the tree is the playmaker at the start of this game. They're the two heroes that are keeping the action going.
Timing it. Nah, they don't want to go. He's too close under the tier 1. They could easily get a turnaround kill. Or they might think about it now that Troll is level 3 in the whirling axis. Or not. But Mineski, of course, he's just going to keep searching for the darks here. He already searched the place near the secret shop. Searching the camps. Won't see anything but emptiness.
And middle lane here, the Puck playing very aggressively here.
I think if he had level 6, maybe he could have tried for the kill, but otherwise, nah. Yep, so both safe lane carries, of course, having absolute free farm. Darkseer, however, he's been struggling to find a place to actually call his own, but still, you know, he's catching him the CS. He's already up to 25-0. That's not too shabby. Legion Commander about the same. I think they want to get the level 6 into Tim's. Share the XP a bit.
This time the Trent opted to go for phase boots for a starter, mainly because he's been getting all these bounty runes, and I believe he got a kill as well on top of that. Yep. So phase boots is on the way after the Juggernaut gets his own items there.
Tim's. They won't send the courier past this way, so basic map awareness.
Great usage of the shell here. He managed to actually creep skip everything there, and now he's going to try and get another kill here.
Around to Blizzy. He has not that much mana. They might be thinking about the kill here. Tim's. Nah, he's gonna go straight to the mid. Might even get the gank here onto Cat, especially since Puck has been struggling. Lina is already level 6, so they're definitely
Coil coming up very soon as well. He's one creep off. The Lina does back away.
No, but look at Cat. They know that the slot is off the lane. But top, Darkseer, Omni Slash, and Puber will get himself a nice kill with the first Omni Slash. Alright, so this game actually taking a bit slower to actually come online compared to game 1, but I guess, that's only to be expected since TNC, they don't want to be taking too many risks.
Yeah, it was quite a good play by Cat. He knows the slider's missing, he knows he's somewhere in the jungle, and he's going to opt to just try and get a kill here. And he's going towards the Troll. Legion's trying to start the fight. He hasn't shown yet.
No,
And it seems like nothing's going to happen. Meanwhile, middle lane is getting pushed by the Puck heavily.
Well, Cat, he did try to rotate to the bottom. He had an Arcane Rune, wanted to try and make something happen, but they knew that there were too many heroes in the bottom lane at least. Slaughter was off. So hold on, TP coming in. They want to go straight for the duel. I think they might even go for it. Yep, and now they will go for the duel. Puck, what are you doing there? And he's just gonna pay for it with his life. Easiest plus 10 damage for the Legion Commander at least.
And unfortunately, even though he did so much damage to this tower, they can start healing it up now with living armor.
Tim's. Oh, they found Napoleon. You're not running anywhere. They have the glimpse, and because with the kinetic field, popping that Troll ultimate. Napoleon, does he die here? Amplified damage. Living armor gonna save him just for now.
One more stun.
And of course, with the glimpse back. Goodbye. Rest in pieces. Down goes Legion. But Trent, around here. You want to get the kill here onto Tim's.
No.
Tim's steals the bounty. I'm not sure it was worth it. Like, we didn't get the bash off. Oh, Zayak. That was really unfortunate. But top lane, Samh out of mana. Puber might be able to actually get the kill here. Spinning him down. Samh only level 5. One more right click, and Blizzy gets himself a nice kill. So support lives, they do matter. You gotta get the kills occasionally to the supports.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty good. 42. Things spicing up a bit this way. TNC.
Middle lane,
Foil, this is how they will do it.
in.
Going straight for the Lina, coming in from top, left, right, center, and down goes Lina. That's what they needed to do. Trent TPing in, not sure what he can do, but they want this tier 1 tower. They've been using the fortification.
And this is the great thing about Troll, is against Tree, normally you want to kill into objective, right? But a lot of the time the tower kind of lives by half or maybe a quarter and they get healed up. But, middle lane though.
The bash, Raven looking for the duel. Zayak, he's gonna get the kill anyways and looking for Cuckoo. Can he get the duel? He has the face boots. That should be the duel. Oh, plus 10 again, and that's gonna be an easy 20. And of course, it comes back.
That's his second duel there.
And a tower deny. TNC.
No, they don't want to deny it because the tree armor. They started pinging him at the very last second about it.
Like what, 20 HP on the tower. So looks like Trian, you know, he wants to get that quest done. Is there a quest in the compendium though for tower healing?
Oh, I wouldn't know.
I think they only have it for like team hit, 20k. Alright.
But yeah, now they're starting to heal it up. But yeah, that's the thing about like going up against trees. After you kill and you go for objectives, you need to finish the objective. If you don't, they heal it up with
for the tower. Oh, they should have denied it. Oh, living armor trying to save the Laguna Blade and the Dragon Slave. Tims. Ooh, but okay, and he gets the tower, so that's not so bad. He's still trying to build his way into that Veil of Discord.
He did have a triple kill, a 3-kill streak, so that's quite a lot of gold.
So I'm not sure what the intent was, but it worked out, you know, for MVP. They get a big chunk of gold onto Cat. Bottom lane, however, we're looking for a bit of action. Jog, of course, has the Omni Slash. Going for the Yasha first, no surprise there. LC's actually doing quite nice, you know, 800 more gold to a blink. Seems a bit slow, but he has 2 dual kills, so that's really big.
Yep, that's right. All these skills will help, and again, he's not really been constantly farming. He's been helping out as well a little bit. Therefore, Wise blink is a little, maybe it will be a little bit more delayed than your usual timing.
He's gonna try and find Blizzy, but of course with the mana leak, Tims can't run anywhere.
Middle lane.
Cat. There's at the Dragon Slave, glimpse back. I think they get the kill here, maybe? Looking for the stun, dread for the optimistic TP. I would have thought he'd at least go for the light strike array, but no. Of course,
I believe they were, he was waiting for his teammate to duel him, and then he TPs at the exact same time and gets away. But the whirling axes killed him off anyway, so...
You know, want him to get a tier 1. 7-4 MVP looking quite strong. They will go for an invasive maneuver into the enemy jungle to rendezvous back with the puck at the top. But doesn't seem like MVP have any interest. They actually might just give some of the damage away onto this tower for free.
And they do have Troll ulti here, so they can attempt to actually finish the tower off. And it doesn't seem like MVP Revolution wants to actually contest this. They're heading towards middle, maybe they just want to trade. They think it might not be the time to fight because the Legion does not have the blink yet. They can't start a fight until the Legion gets a blink or the root goes up. And it seems like, yeah, they're going to just casually trade a tier 2 for a tier 1.
Even cutting the tree to make sure to see if anyone TPs in, but Napoleon, he's ready. Doesn't have a blink just yet. But Zayak, that nice sneaky ward, they actually find the ward so they know. TNC, they're also aware that the enemy knows that they're there. So, you know, gonna try go back in. They have to glimpse Ryo looking for one target perhaps. Not sure you should go for the jug. Actually, no, he's gonna get the TP back, but the spin in the nick of time. Wow, that's not the wrong target. But still, it was sad. Napoleon, double damage, waiting there, he's going straight for the duel. Blade, of course, the overgrowth is going to catch him. 3 heroes with the Laguna. Will it be enough? Blizzy gets the kill, cleaning up with that nice blast. But of course, Moose side, thinking about going for Sam H. Like Trigger is going to miss. In between all these heroes, they're going to just die right then. Zayak actually bashing down Sam H and taking a casual bounty in for himself. Of course, with the coil, Blizzy. Ray going rush. Down goes Gandalf. So that's going to be a 3 for 2. And TNC. Nice response there. Meanwhile, just look at Puber. Once again, he's just like, guys, I'm farming top. It's fine.
They do get a tower here coming from the Juggernaut, but as MVP Revolution thought, they didn't want to fight tier 2 top because they're not strong enough right now. They need that blink dagger on the Legion to start fights and get some damage off. But
lane,
they took one bad fight and they died.
He might die
and now
here.
Zayak's in trouble.
Vacuum back, and of course with the Amplify, Zayak is not going anywhere with the Iron Shell. Zayak. Tims is just gonna punch him down. So big kill, considering that was a dominating kill streak for Tims. So now he has a blink dagger because of that.
And the Legion's about to finish it up. They're saving that bounty rune for him, so he's gonna have his blink dagger after that. So both the Legion and the Slaughter have blinks now. Obviously TNC have been playing aggressive this whole time. They do have the weaker late game because it's mainly on the troll and their team fight potential to take it out to the late game, but obviously you don't want to take it to late game when you have a lineup that's strong in the mid game and you can force fights in the early game. So right now they're just going to take all the towers. They're going to start playing a more map control kind of style. But Revolution needs to be smart about this.
They do, and this is how they're gonna do it. They're gonna debut their Blink Dagger with a nice bit of smoke. Of course, TNC, they might just bump into each other right there. That choke point going in for the double crush into the Static Storm. TNC are just gonna wipe the floor with MVP's bodies, and now they're gonna look for the third. Cat, the glimpse back, nice bit of vision given by Sam H, and of course they will find themselves in third. Not the way you want to debut your Blink Dagger like that, so really good crush coming out there from Tims. He is showing his form.
And now this should be Rosh or another tower. Let's see where the Troll. Yep, they're going forwards to Rosh. They do have the slider amp and Troll, so it makes it a lot easier. He's got Vlad's too, so they're not gonna have any struggles here.
Very easy. So far, I mean, Disruptor into the starter pick really has been working out. Blizzy, of course, put the board using no ninja out there. Immediate.
They do want to contest though.
Can they do it though?
The Disruptor ulti's down.
Still has a chunk of health left, so Gugu getting the silence out, knows that the tree is there, immediately blinks out. Cuba spinning in, won't see anything else. Cuts up the rush. This is very scary. Everyone's so grouped up, and not even gonna lay out the healing ward. They want to steal the Roshan. Amplify still has a bit of duration up there, but Tims, can he do it? He's looking for the cut, the back into the wall, but the overgrowth is gonna be there from Zayak, stopping everyone except Tims. And can he get the Roshan? That's a big thing. Going for the duel. Raven's actually gonna get the win of that duel, and down goes Cuckoo. But Raven, he's going straight for the Aegis. Cat getting the crush. Tims back into Cuba. Tims has a blink, going for the crush. Catches the jug. Oh, I think that he should be dying right here. So MVP did lose plenty. And Sam H will be the one to claim bragging rights on taking out the jug. So
Tims is not done with this. He wants more.
Oh, Tims. He wants cat. Does he have a bash? Does he have a bash? Force that forward. Do you want to keep a Blizzy? Nah. Tims. I mean, look at this guy. This guy is crazy.
Now looks like tier 2s will be down. They will be heading towards the bottom tower next. And they still have Disruptor ulti, I believe. Yep, they still got the Disruptor ulti. So they'll go ahead towards the tier 2 at bottom, secure that, and then start placing some very aggressive wars on the enemy side of the map.
That was a really nice vac coming out from Sam H earlier on as well. You know, he actually forced two heroes out of the pit, catching them into the wall. But like you said, you know, MVP, they're not ready to fight just yet. Like, TNC, this draft has been working out for them very nicely so far. So, what does MVP need to actually get back into this game?
Well, at this point, MVP Revolution can't take fights, right? So they have to start splitting. They need to start accelerating their items. The Juggernaut obviously needs his Manta so he can help out more splitting without getting caught. And at the same time, they need to just wait out for a mistake inside of the base. For example, when the Coddle starts blasting the waves out, TNC will need to kill the Coddle before going in, right? So when that happens, maybe a tree can root, and maybe they can take a fight like that out of position. But yeah, it's going to be very hard. It's not going to be easy when the team is behind, and especially when they have Troll where they can take towers very quickly.
Let's talk about Lina as well. Like, considering how she had a pretty decent name, Kat is actually severely underfarmed. She's actually in the second half of the net worth chart with 5,000. What happened?
Yeah, he had a good start actually this game. It just later on he just kept getting killed. He couldn't really farm the jungle. I think that was the main problem, because generally in Lina games they just tend to farm so much. They tend to clear the lane and go straight to the jungle. But this game he couldn't do that because the slider was constantly contesting the jungle, and he had to be always so scared that the slider would come from their side of the jungle and gank him at middle lane. Therefore he had to approach for a more ganking build, and he went towards the bottom lane to try and get a kill on Troll, which never really happened. So from a decision to another decision he kept falling more behind, and he didn't really have the CS to back it up. So now he's quite behind, and it's very hard to play from here on out.
Napoleon takes in this rune. Could see if they can find themselves one quick duel. He hasn't found a duel for about 4 minutes now. So maybe if he can find himself one lucky support who is looking to go, go and ward. But TNC have been very disciplined in the sense like they haven't made that many mistakes this game compared to game 1.
Yep.
So Napoleon.
And it looks like the tree has a Midas now. They just want to maybe delay the game, get some more items, and split the game. And that's what they're doing right now. They're just going to try and play it safe, play it smart, delay the game a little bit until they get some key items that can change the fights, and wait on a mistake especially from TNC, to come back.
Is under attack.
But of course,
Where-
TNC, they don't want to give that up. They don't want to, give that much time. Because they're already basically pushing in the waves, both the top and the middle. This way they can try for a bit of siege. Although MVP gonna try for a bit of split push. Napoleosh. No, he went for the TP. So Napoleosh, he probably thought about going for the duel.
Zayak in trouble, but
Trey and not the ideal
and this
thing
is
to
the problem. It's very hard to play split against this kind of lineup. They have Slider and Puck who can catch, but at the same time they don't really have any other choices. And TNC, like you said, they want to play the game fast, and that's what they're doing now. Looks like they want to get some chip damage at the tower while the tree's down and cannot heal the towers within that period of time. And they can never seem to get the jungle either. MVP Revolution are just stuck to 2 lanes and their base right now, and that's a big problem.
A prize.
But is there any way right now you can think of that MVP, besides waiting for a mistake to happen, is there any smoke play they can make to try and catch someone? They really need something this game because they're so far behind. Like network
Well,
is
ways to play
7500.
against... Yeah, that's right. Well, the ways to play against this is mainly to bait out certain heroes that can split the wave, but at the same time you need to bait out not the whole team. You need to bait out maybe 1 or 2 heroes that are trying to kill the Juggernaut, for example, and then counterplay it and kill those 2 catches. So that's what they're kind of doing here. They have 2 heroes waiting out the bottom lane.
What? Oh no, he actually blinked out. They don't want to go for the kill on Sam H.
Seems like they're going back. And Aegis, I believe, just ran out, so... TNC might wait out for the next Roshan until they find another pick-off.
But Zayak. Ooh, the silent. Tagging
That's
him.
scary.
It's very, very scary. So, he's just playing full guerrilla warfare right now, hiding inside the trees. He just wants to provide as much intel as he can so that his jog can actually push out the wave safely. Going for the diffusal blade now into Huber. Man, I'm not even sure where Zayak is getting this encouragement to do this. He should be
Yeah,
expecting
he's a
Accentrix.
very aggressive player.
Very
I mean,
ballsy.
even last game, as you saw, he was doing so
yeah.
much.
Courier has been
Oh, now they want to find him. They want to find him. Overgrowth. He needs to back out right now. They know he's walking to the north.
They want him, but seems like he's gonna get
the
away.
Crush. Oh, they
Or
found
not.
him. There's a gem on the slaughter. Very nice read from Tims. Tims is like, you can't outplay the master. And down goes Tree. Now they know the top lane. They're bringing in third. Looking for the duel. Legion, they need to go for the duel right now. The creep wave, I think they spotted, yep, they spotted them out. So this ambush not really going to work out for them. Middle lane, they're just going to keep on pushing it in. MVP quickly running out of options to play this game.
A soldier's fortune.
I believe TNC is just waiting for Roshan now. It's gonna be up anytime as well, maybe 1-2 minutes. And they can't really just force push in as well because of their lineup. Coddle, Legion, and Tree all can help out. Even the Lina can help out in clearing out the waves and, you know, healing up the towers and whatnot. So right now, as per usual, they're just controlling the map. That's all they need to do, just starve the enemy team away. Until Roshan is up, and then they might make a big play into going to inside of the base.
And this Lina is so underfarmed. But now it looks like they will go for a full smoke gank. Trying to make something happen. Not sure if they will find that one pick off. Maybe they might, maybe they won't. We'll see. But this could be a really good time. No Darkseer, no Slaughter. They might be able to get the puck. Disruptor, not the ideal target.
Dyer's
Orbin.
bottom tower is under
Now they have to
attack.
go
Ooh,
immediately with the
Popov's in.
duel. Very nice initiation there. The Laguna Blade, the Static Storm's going to be catching only the Lina, so at least they get the kill. Oh no, the duel just expired. Kuku will go down nonetheless. Latch Deck Array, Ryo running to the left. Run, 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 little Disruptor. He has no TP. Ha ha ho.
He's going down.
He's going down. Now there's a bit of alone time here between the Lina and Disruptor. They needed that so badly, and that's going to be 2 kills for MVP.
And again, TNC's back to farming. I mean, yeah, they got 2 pickoffs, right? But they won't really achieve much from it. they're not going to be able to get any towers, and as soon as they're up, they're going to again play control. They're going to go to their enemy jungle and allow them to get ahead and starve the enemy team once again. The main issue is the fact that if you can't get towers in return of picks, that's a big problem. Or Roshan, maybe if they did that smoke play a little bit later when Roshan was up, and then they secured a Roshan, that could have made a big difference there. But in this scenario here, Roshan is uncontested by TNC if they go for it.
Could be one of those moments you're saying this is the importance of the Roshan. It will either help you keep high ground or break it. And TNC, well, they haven't really made their way there just yet. Maybe now they will. And MVP just...
They see a double damage as well.
They want to push up the bottom lane first. Not going to take any risks. And yeah, the lanes are just not in their favor at all.
Cuckoo gives him the ball so he can bottle it up, and he was about to pick it up without bottling it, and the spam pings coming from Cuckoo. But yeah, uncontested Rosh, as I said. Now they're going to maybe go high ground. They don't necessarily have to force it, but it would help to get a tier 3 tower at least so that they can get the shrines here.
MVP, of course, they know what they know what's up. The Legion come out the top. Twich is just going out to scout to make sure he can get some sort of intel on where the enemies are. But MVP, they don't even dare to go too near the tier 2 just in case of the slaughter initiation. Tims has been extremely on point this game with his Blink Crushes. So yeah, if I were MVP, I'd be definitely afraid. TNC going with this 4-man smoke might just find some stragglers on the MVP if they don't TP out right now. Well, actually, no,
yep, they're trying to get a pick off, but it won't really happen. The way MVP Revolution is playing is too safe. Unless they dive the base. They drop a wood and dive the base. They could do that.
Just do it. Oh, they know. They go for the crush. Yusuf took very quick reflexes. Wow. Cat. I don't think the crush even connected in the first place, but oh no, the Glimp's back. Blizzy, they're pinging him out. Old man needs to run back, giddy up on his horsey. Go, go, go. He's not getting that axe this game because right now TNC, they may have just found their opening without the blinding light, without the blast. Cuckoo going in for some bit of damage onto the foliage and he just get back out. Of course, this living armor very annoying to play into. Raven with this double damage. I like that he saved it for Siege instead. Sammy's looking for the vacuum, not gonna find anyone, so that's gonna be a whiff.
Tower's got a lot of chip damage.
Initiation very, very ballsy. Not gonna kill anyone though. Now he has to spin all the way back in. Looking for bash baby. Overgrowth. Ooh, that's gonna be whiffed. A lot of spells flying out, but no one dying, and they will just go back to the shrine. But now the Glimp's back. Huber. He goes down. Yes, no vibing. Beautiful coil coming in up from Cuckoo. And now that's ready. This is ready to go right in. The wall. Gonna do just a bit of damage. Down goes Coddle, I think. Comes up to the air. Cat should be dying right then. Vacuum catching two. Should also be dying. Cuckoo, this is where TNC says, welcome to C. This is the way we do it, and it's gonna keep on diving and go back to the tier 3 tower.
And that's tier 3 going on. Slider's still looking for more chances here.
Effective gaming. Coming on to just a bit of damage, but that should be the melee barracks going down. Will they find a second here? I think they might be able to find it.
Dire's middle barracks has fallen.
Yep, they will be going for the second. I mean, Juggernaut's ultimate is down here. Total is dead for a little while.
Nice combo. Two heroes go down. Let the bodies hit the floor, and of course, Zayak, he's not running anywhere. They have the gem. Zayak, he's gonna live. It looks like they actually want to keep on going. The tier 2 tower is still very, very healthy. Raven's going straight back for it.
Aegis is still up. They can keep fighting as much as they want.
But down goes Treants already, and Kurt Cat dies. Right, buyback out, but I'm not sure what that's gonna do. If Huber really wants to kill Ryo, he can't kill Ryo. Yes, he will. But it's okay, the bash. Down goes Jug for a whole minute, and this should be the GG. Beautiful overgrowth, but there's just no more follow-up. So TNC, we will be seeing a game 3 here. Ladies and gentlemen, TNC, they are not done.
And TNC's just showing that they're the team to beat here. They're the favorites, and it shows from that game alone that they were really one step ahead of the team. What do you thought about MVP Revolution's draft in this game? I mean, yeah, they did get out, aggroed early game, but it showed like in the mid game that they were very behind. Like as you pointed, the Lina was behind. In general, Legion was behind. The Tims did so much work this game that he actually had to blink as fast as the offlane Legion, despite him being the playmaker early game.
I don't think the Coddle was that good of a pick, to be honest. You can't really zone out or actually contest the lane with the Jug against a Slaughter and a Darkseer. And I think it also came down to farm distribution, even towards something that tight. Blizzy was trying to farm an Ags. Zayak was also trying to make his way to an Ags. They all needed so much items, and Cat just never got to accomplish as much as he did. Because if you notice the pattern as well in game 1, like when he was an Invoker, they basically bought him so much space. Puber wasn't accomplishing much with the Omni Slashes. So, and Napoleon, he wasn't exactly contributing that much after the first 2 duels. So, yeah, I think it was just like, it really just came down to economy distribution and mid-game fights.
Yeah, it sounds about right. I'm a little skeptical always about these Coddle safe lanes. I never really see them do that well, or in just the majority of the games that I see it being played as a safe lane, because most of the Chinese teams, they play it as like a dual lane off lane, and they try to combo it with something like a Storm to utilize the chakra very nicely, and but this game, it just seemed a little out of place.
It was. And also, I mean, this is just